States is in the last 10 years. I've been in the States for 13 years. Came in 1997, and when I came, it was the immigration from Spain was minimal. It was not very big. Now, 2 out of 10 people in Madrid are not born in Spain. 2 out of 20%. Thank you. So that gives you an idea, of by the way, Spain in the last 10 years after the United States has been the country with more immigration, receiving more immigrants in the world. So Madrid is one of the places that you can see that, and it's very, you go to the streets and you see a lot of diversity. Before that, it was a place for immigration from other areas in Spain. The weather, it varies, because here, we call the central system that go across the mid-Spain. There's a range of mountains, and so you see here all this is mountains. There's some tunnels. In order to go to the northern part, you have to go through tunnels if you want to go fast. So here, you see there's not much population because of the weather. It's usually, very, now it was discovered snow. Actually, I was watching the Spanish TV, Televisión Española Internacional, and it's all covered, so, you don't see much population because of, the weather. And also because of protections, laws, in the last years, I would say 30, 40 years, there is a lot of protection of the wooded area. This is a very wooded area, so they try not to build. Actually, they want to be more ski reserves, and they don't. I'm passionate of hiking in the mountains, and they're beautiful places. They want to be a dam, and in order to have artificial snow, and they will stop the whole project. So there's a lot of protection. So the weather here is going to be different from the central part of the province, and what you find in Madrid is very. You see the 4 seasons. It's one of not many places in the world you can see the 4 seasons. So spring is spring, the fall is fall, summer is summer, and winter is winter. So there's 4 seasons. They go from September to December is fall, December to beginning of March is winter, and then you have the spring until beginning of June, and then you have the summer. The climate is not very. The winter is cold, but it's not brutal. I mean, you have some breaks, You can have days in the middle of January in low 70s, it can happen. At night, the temperature usually is in the 30s, but it can go lower, it can be a little bit higher. The feeling that you have there in the winter is foggy a lot of days, mostly in the mornings, and so it's not dry cold. It's a little moisture, so sometimes you have to scrape your car. So it's clear skies because of the condensation. You have to scrape your car because it's icy, but it's not because of the rain. It's not freezing rain, so you can have that feeling in the winter. The summer is hot. You have to avoid between. That's what some people say. Well, why everything is closed? Well, because people are, they're not in the middle of the, in the street, in the heat. You have to avoid between 2 and 5, 6. Those hours you don't want to be out in the middle of July. Or usually July is the hottest month. Then at night the temperature usually drops. Okay, so it's a big difference between day and night in the summer. And mostly here too. Here the temperature is completely different. In the summer is quite cool. Okay, even at night you need a blanket. Okay. So, but yeah, definitely you need air conditioning to work in the middle of summer in Madrid. It's a very lively city. It's considered one of the most lively cities in the world. You can have traffic jams at 3 in the morning, Friday night, because they have theaters, a lot of restaurants. The restaurants open till 1 in the morning, sometimes 2 in the morning. Discos open till 4, 5 in the morning. That's normal. They're crowded. So it's very even. It's getting see the sun rising, and you see people going to places they want more. So there, some places they open at that time. So when when not many, but you can go to a place and during the day, so to continue the party. It's a very important financial center. It's considered the largest financial center in Southern Europe, and it's also it's a very rich area. It's considered the third largest, richest area in Europe after London and Paris, with the highest GDP, gross domestic product. There are a lot of pharmaceutical companies, publishers there, aeronautical companies in the outskirts, not in downtown, but in the surroundings. Like Airbus. They have factories, and automobile also is important. Food processing is important. You don't see much agriculture in the province, but there's companies that process food. And the major agricultural products are here in the historically now less because they produce more along the coast and along the Tagus River in Aranjuez, where they were famous by the strawberries and used to bring all the vegetables in the old times to Madrid overnight. But now they come from other places, the transportation. But you can see in this area there's some olive groves, aceitunas de Campo Real, and some fields here. You can get weeds and barley. And here is all wooded area. It's more like stock. You see, cows, and mostly horses and cows in this part, northern part of the mountains. Food in Spain is kind of tricky to speak about food in Spain because it's not one food. It's from different regions. You can get from everywhere. And what happens is, historically, I'm not going to need it in a few, so I can look, in case I need. It's more for information,
Okay.
Places. Thank you. And when we talk about Spanish food, actually it's not Spanish. I mean, the only thing we say Spanish is the Spanish omelette, that you can see everywhere, But if you say paella, paella is from Valencia, And you say cocido madrileño, which is from Madrid, that's from Madrid. Or fabada asturiana, that's from Asturias. So you're going to find that every region has its own cooking, food. So to talk about Spanish food is kind of tricky because it's too many foods. It's cocina navarra, cocina vasca, cocina gallega, cocina asturiana, cocina valenciana, catalana, madrileña, so castellana. People give a lot of importance to the ingredient, and usually go to restaurants for the ingredient more than because it's a good chef there. No, it's the ingredient when they want to, good lamb, a good kid, or good, fish. Madrid has the second largest fish market after Tokyo. And it's the second largest in the world. It's amazing that the trucks that come in at 2 or 3 in the morning, and all the businesses are there, restaurants, getting the best. So because it's, the customers know, and they it's part of the business to offer the best quality products. So they fly, the planes fly from northern Spain and other places, bring fresh, not frozen. People like, fresh fish. Now, they said that you have to freeze it by law. I think, I don't know if they continue doing it, but by law you're supposed to freeze it. It's been historically fresh fish, brought from the ports, around Spain. So food is very important. The art, sports. We have 2 soccer teams. Soccer is a passion in Spain. All the sports are played. Basketball is very important. Tennis, entertainment, a lot of musicals. A lot of musicals you see in Broadway, they are translated into Spanish. You can see in Spanish in Madrid, Gran Via is like a Broadway. And you see a lot of musicals, movie theaters. I like to talk. I have a few minutes to talk about something I do with my 8th graders. I teach 8th grade in George Sunday School, and I go with them for 10 nights to Spain. And we spend several days in Madrid, and it's a very, very nice experience. We go to the Prado Museum. We see there Velázquez. We see Goya, We don't see El Greco because then we're going to see in Toledo. So Blázquez and Goya are the painters we focus in El Prado. And then we go to the Reina Sofia and we see Picasso, Dalí, and Miro. And we have usually very good explanations. And the kids, you know, they're really fascinated, you know, with the explanation of the pictures. And the shopping is a thing the students like in Madrid, called the Corte Inglés. It's a department store, and they love it. And also, I use the Plaza Mayor, which is a square, you know, with the cover area, you know, around it. And we leave them there, you know, for a couple of hours at night before going to bed, and they enjoy, you know, going to the, you know, having an ice cream to socialize. So it's something we do with the students. Holiday, we go to the Retiro Park, you know, rowing, and you know, to the lake. And sometimes we play soccer there too. So those are things that we do in Madrid. Sometimes we visited the Royal Palace, and though the king doesn't live there, it's sometimes used for ceremonies, but he never visited. The king lives like 7-8 miles from downtown in another palace, in Azafuero. And we use Madrid as we go there for the first days, and from there we go to Toledo, or El Escorial, Segovia, no? La Granja de San Ildefonso, so places Ávila, around Madrid. So we still stay in the hotel, and with a bus, you know, we go to different places. So it's a very place to stay and be able to make day trips without changing hotel all the time. And then what I do is sometimes I go north, I think it's an example there, north-south, and make like a circle. I go to, you know, Burgos, Bilbao, Santillana del Mar, which is a very nice village with the Altamira caves, you know, with rupestry art. And then I go along the coast, north coast, go to Asturias, Oviedo, and then León, and go down. We usually take Latin students too, so we stop in Mérida, and we follow what is called the Ruta de la Plata, used by the Romans to take the silver and gold. So we go down Ruta de la Plata to Mérida, was the capital of Lusitania. And this the largest Roman museum in Spain is there in Mérida. Very, very nice museum. It was made by Monet, the one who did the Spanish residence, I think the ambassador's residence, no? And also the Spanish extension, no? The new building, no? The Spanish embassy. It was Monet, no? Monet. So this museum in Mérida is a must, you know. It's a Roman city. Still, you see the Roman bridge. We stay there overnight. Then we continue to Seville, and we go up through Córdoba to Madrid and Toledo. Okay, well, from Madrid we do Toledo, Ávila, Segovia, El Escorial, and it's a trip that the kids never forget. So I think, you know, I'm taking too much time. So no, I still fine. Okay. So when I go, what do you do when I go to Spain? What I do when I go to Spain is I lived in Madrid for 30 until I came to the United States. I was 36. So and I live in the outskirts. I still have my residence, you know, in Villaviciosa de Odón, which is a place that is a lot of people commute. There is a very good transportation system. There is the metro is one of the largest in the world. You know, 4 million people have access to metro within walking distance. So you can or commute in trains. So you don't have even to take the car to go to the commuting or a bus. So it just is 1 block or 2 blocks, and you have metro or commuting train. I live in here. It's called Villaviciosa de Odón. It's right here. It takes me without traffic. It's like 11, 12 miles from downtown, that is. So it's like in no time. You know, I can be there downtown in nothing. No time. So what I do is I like to go to one of the things I like more is to go to supermarkets, you know, to buy the foods, and I like cooking at home. So sometimes I go to restaurants, but you know, to buy the products there is something that, you know, I love, you know, to organize parties at home. Well, that's it. I mean, thank you very much.
Take questions later.